What if a single, simple number held the key to transforming your health? Imagine a goal so accessible, so straightforward, that it could fit into almost any life, anywhere. This isn't about grueling gym sessions or restrictive diets that leave you feeling deprived. It's about movement, pure and simple. It's about the rhythmic, meditative act of placing one foot in front of the other over and over again. The number is 10,000. It has become a global benchmark for daily activity, a figure that appears on our fitness trackers and in countless wellness articles. But what does it truly mean for your body and mind to commit to this goal, day in and day out for a full month? It's a question that prompted me to embark on a personal 30-day experiment. The challenge sounds almost deceptively easy. Walk 10,000 steps every day. That's it. No complex rules, no expensive equipment required. Yet, beneath this simplicity lies a profound commitment to consistency. It's a promise you make to yourself each morning, to find the time, to carve out the moments, to prioritize your own well-being amidst the chaos of modern life. For many, hitting this target means fundamentally rethinking the structure of their day. It means swapping the elevator for the stairs, taking a lunchtime stroll instead of scrolling through a phone, pacing while on a conference call. It's about weaving movement into the very fabric of your existence, rather than treating it as a separate, often dreaded chore to be checked off a list. My journey began on a crisp autumn morning, my fitness tracker reset to 0, a sense of both excitement and skepticism filling my mind. Today is August 21, 2025, and looking back, that first day feels like a lifetime ago. Could this modest goal truly deliver the significant changes it promised? Would I feel more energized, sleep more deeply, perhaps even shed a few stubborn pounds? Or would it just be a tiring, time-consuming task with little to show for it? The allure of 10,000 steps is that it feels achievable, yet the cumulative effect over 30 days hints at something much more powerful: a quiet revolution for your health, one step at a time. This is the story of what happens when you decide to walk your way toward a better you. The initial days were a lesson in awareness. Before we delve into the effects of this daily pursuit, it's important to understand where this magic number originated. Surprisingly, the 10,000 step goal isn't rooted in a landmark medical study or a recommendation from a global health organization. Its origins are far more commercial. It was born in Japan in the mid-1960s, a time of rising health consciousness ahead of the 1964 Tokyo Olympics. A Japanese company, looking to capitalize on this new wave of fitness interest, developed an early pedometer. They needed a catchy name and a compelling marketing slogan to sell their new device. The name they chose was Manpo-K, which translates directly to 10,000 steps meter. The number itself was chosen partly because the Japanese character for 10,000 vaguely resembles a person walking. It was a brilliant piece of marketing, simple, memorable, and aspirational. The company promoted the idea that walking 10,000 steps a day was the path to a healthier life. The concept caught on like wildfire in Japan and gradually spread across the globe, eventually becoming the default goal programmed into the Fitbits, Apple Watches, and other wearable fitness trackers that are so ubiquitous today. It became a health standard not through rigorous scientific decree, but through a clever combination of branding and cultural timing. It was a goal created to sell a product, but one that happened to align with a fundamental truth about human health. This marketing-driven origin story might lead some to dismiss the 10,000 step target as arbitrary, and in a strict sense, it is. There is no biological switch that flips precisely at the 10,000th step. However, subsequent scientific research has largely vindicated this accidental benchmark. Studies have repeatedly shown that hitting a daily step count in this range is associated with a host of significant health benefits. The appeal of walking lies in its simplicity, but the changes it triggers within the body are wonderfully complex and far-reaching. At its core, daily walking is a fantastic form of cardiovascular exercise. When you walk, especially at a brisk pace, your heart has to work harder to pump oxygen-rich blood to your muscles. Over time, this strengthens the heart muscle, making it more efficient. This can lead to a lower resting heart rate, reduced blood pressure, improved cholesterol levels, all critical factors in reducing the risk of heart disease and stroke. It's like a gentle daily training session for the most important muscle in your body, building its resilience with every step you take. Beyond the heart, walking has a profound impact on your metabolism and body composition. While it may not burn calories as rapidly as a high-intensity run, its effects are significant, particularly when practiced consistently. Walking helps your body become more efficient at using insulin, the hormone that regulates blood sugar. This improved insulin sensitivity can dramatically lower the risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Furthermore, consistent walking encourages your body to burn fat for fuel. While dramatic weight loss requires a calorie deficit, adding 10,000 steps can contribute significantly to that equation, helping to reduce body fat, especially the dangerous visceral fat that surrounds your internal organs. The benefits are not just physical. They extend deeply into our mental well-being and emotional well-being. The simple, repetitive motion of walking has a meditative quality that can quiet a racing mind. It triggers the release of endorphins, the brain's natural mood elevators and painkillers, leading to a feeling often described as a walker's high. This can be a powerful antidote to feelings of anxiety and depression. Studies have shown that a brisk walk can be just as effective as some medications for managing mild to moderate depression. It's a chance to clear your head and gain perspective. The first week of any new routine is often a period of adjustment, and my 10,000-step journey was no exception. The primary feeling was one of surprise at how much intentional effort it took to reach the goal. Finding an extra 60 to 90 minutes for walking required a conscious shuffling of priorities. I started waking up a little earlier for a pre-breakfast loop around the neighborhood. I used my lunch break for a brisk walk instead of eating at my desk. By day 3, a new kind of ache had set in, not a sharp, injurious pain, but a dull, persistent soreness in my calves and hips, a clear signal that I was using muscles that had grown accustomed to a more sedentary life. Despite the initial muscle fatigue, a positive shift began to emerge surprisingly quickly. The most immediate change was in my energy levels, especially during the notorious mid-afternoon slump. Instead of reaching for another cup of coffee around 3 p.m., a short 15-minute walk was enough to clear the mental fog and re-energize me for the rest of the workday. It was a more sustainable and effective boost than caffeine. Sleep also began to improve almost right away. After hitting my step goal, I felt a pleasant sense of physical tiredness, which helped me fall asleep faster and feel deeper, more restorative rest. Entering the second week, the novelty of the challenge began to wear off, and the reality of long-term commitment set in. This is often the point where motivation can waver, but for me, it was when the habit started to truly take root. The daily walks felt less like a chore and more like a non-negotiable part of my routine, as essential as my morning coffee. My body had adapted, the muscle aches were gone, replaced by a feeling of strength stamina. I found I could walk faster and for longer distances without feeling winded. My average walking pace naturally increased, meaning I could hit my 10,000 steps in less time than week 1. It was during this middle period that more subtle, yet significant changes began to surface. My clothes started to fit a little differently. While the number on the scale had only budged by a pound or two, there was a noticeable change in my body composition. My waist felt slightly trimmer. My legs felt more toned and defined. This is a classic outcome of combining consistent cardio with even a slight calorie adjustment. You may be losing fat while gaining a small amount of lean muscle, which is denser and takes up less space. It was a powerful reminder that the scale doesn't always tell the whole story of progress. Mentally, the fog continued to lift. My focus at work became sharper, and my creative thinking felt more fluid. I started looking forward to my walks as opportunities for problem solving. A tricky paragraph in an article or a complex issue I was mulling over would often unravel and find its solution during a steady, rhythmic walk. This mobile meditation became an invaluable tool for my productivity and for my mental health. I also noticed a significant reduction in my general anxiety levels. The small daily stresses seemed less overwhelming, as if the physical act of walking was helping me to process and release them before they could build up. On the final day, hitting 10,000 steps felt both momentous and completely natural. It was a finish line and a new starting line. Looking back at 30 days, the changes were clear. I had lost a few pounds and gained so much more: energy, mental clarity, and a better sleep, a powerful tool for managing stress. The challenge demystified fitness. You don't need a gym membership or intense, punishing workouts to improve your health. You just need a good pair of shoes and the commitment to be consistent. Being active isn't about isolated heroic efforts, but the steady, cumulative power of daily movement. The 30-day framework built the habit, but the true goal was integration, to make this level of activity part of life for the long haul. Week 1 aches were a memory. My body felt capable and energized. The struggle to find time was replaced by an effortless, essential routine. The experiment ended, but the journey was just beginning. It is crucial to approach a 10,000-step goal with a healthy dose of realism, especially regarding expectations for weight loss. While walking is an excellent tool for health, it's not a magic bullet for shedding pounds. The number of calories you burn depends heavily on several factors, most notably your body weight, your walking pace. A leisurely stroll will burn significantly fewer calories than a brisk, heart-pumping power walk. This brings us to the most critical factor in fat loss: diet. You can walk 15,000 steps a day, but if you consistently consume more calories than you expend, you will not lose weight. It's far easier to consume 500 extra calories, think a muffin or a fancy coffee drink, than to burn them off by walking, which could take over 90 minutes. View 10,000 steps as half the equation. It increases calories out, making a calorie deficit easier when paired with mindful eating, sensible food choices. 10,000 might not be perfect for everyone. For an elderly person or someone very sedentary, start at 5,000 and build up. For a younger, more active person, 10,000 may be baseline. Greater benefits closer to 12,000 steps or 15,000 steps. Biggest gains come from moving under 5,000 steps to moderately active around 8,000. 10,000 is a motivating target, but treat it as a flexible guideline, not a rigid rule. The true aim is sit less, move more in whatever way works for you. 30 days have passed. The official challenge is over. So, what now? The true victory isn't in walking 10,000 steps for a month. It's in building a foundation of movement that you carry with you for a lifetime. Ultimately, the 10,000-step challenge is a gateway. It's a structured, measurable way to rediscover the simple, profound power of walking. It proves that consistency trumps intensity, and that small, sustainable efforts lead to remarkable transformations. The underlying principle is the same. Move your body every day in a way that feels good. Let the journey be your guide, and don't stop when you reach the finish line. Because the true prize isn't a number on a screen, a happier life, waiting to be explored one step at a time.